Hello, my name is Josh Barron. I'm the Senior Academic Technology Officer here at Marist College. Marist has been one of the institutions helping to lead the Open Academic or OAE project over the last couple of years. What I'm going to try to do in this relatively brief screencast is highlight one of the projects that we've been implementing this past semester utilizing OAE. This is a student-run project that students worked on as part of the course. It's called The Fold. And the idea was to use a combination of technologies, including OAE, to create a kind of online academic community for fashion. And I'm going to highlight kind of just one component of this that used OAE, which is a kind of project the students launched last year around global fashion trend analysis. So they used OAE as means to connect up students in all parts of the world to look for fashion trends, share those trends, and collaborate and share their observations. So I'm going to switch over here to the OAE environment now, and I'm going to kind of highlight one of its openness features first by actually not signing into the environment and just doing a search here in the search box. So I'm going to look for street trends. You can see I've gotten a large number of results here. I'm going to narrow the search down by filtering the search and just looking at groups. And what you'll see here are 5 groups. These are groups the students created within the system on their own. And there's a group for Paris, London, Florence, Hong Kong, and New York. And so we actually had study abroad students who were based in these 5 cities, and they each participated in these groups, sharing observations of the fashion trends they're observing on the street and commenting and comparing and contrasting what they're observing. So let's go into the Paris street trend group here and see what some of their observations were. Again, this project spanned the whole semester, so if I scroll down here, you'll see a rather large number of photos were taken of different street trends that they were observing. I'm going to go into this particular one here, which is a gentleman wearing, I think it's a faux fur coat. This was a picture taken in Paris at the Motes Bay Fashion Institute, which is one of Marist partners there. And you can see, so Emily here goes on to kind of explain a little bit about what this person is wearing. I think it's interesting, though, that what you can see coming in next are students commenting on this photo from Hong Kong, saying that they've seen a similar trend being worn there. And then down here, you can see someone saying fur and denim were constantly seen in London by Danielle. So it's a good example of how students can very quickly, easily post a file, post a picture like this, begin commenting on that picture, and very quickly and easily begin to share observations across the world. Okay, so before I move on, I just want to emphasize that anything you upload, a file, for example, like this picture to OAE, any document you create within the system, or any link you put up can be commented on, as we've seen here in this example, which I think really is a great way of supporting and facilitating a rich set of interactions taking place in an academic community like this fashion group that we're building here right now. Now also keep in mind that everything that we've looked at so far and the things that I've done and shown have been visible without signing into the system. So this is all publicly available. Anybody watching this can go to marist.oaeproject.org, do the same search I did, and find this content. Again, intentionally being open as a way of encouraging people to engage and bringing the wider, larger fashion community into the system and beginning to collaborate, in this case, with our students. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually sign in. So I'm going to sign in here with my Marist account so that the system kind of knows who I am at this point, and I can get access to content and groups that were not made publicly available to the rest of the world. So I've signed in here. This is now kind of my account. You'll see here I have an activity feed, which is updated kind of every few seconds to demonstrate or to let me know what kind of work and activity is going on in the groups I belong to and the individuals that I might follow. I'll come and show an example of that in a second. But I'm going to go back here now and do that same search for street trends that I did a few minutes ago, but now I'm signed in. I'm going to again filter this to just look at groups. Now you can see there's actually a sixth group that's showing up, the Street Trend Lab group. And you'll notice that the icon here is a little different. This is not open to the world. This is a location icon indicating that this group is available and open to anybody at Marist College. So I'm going to go in here to this group, and you can see there's an activity feed for the group, so I can see very clearly what's been going on here. I'm actually on another screen here going to now comment on a photo that's been uploaded to this group. And just to illustrate this kind of push notification, so I'll posted that, and you should now see this new posting come up in the activity feed. So as soon as I commented on the photo, it immediately came up here in the activity feed. Again, a way of keeping people connected within an academic community when they're not physically together and face-to-face. Okay, so one of the questions people might be kind of pondering now is, why would you want to have some groups that were open complete to the world, yet some groups that are kind of closed just to your institution? And you can even make groups that are just private to the individual members of that group. In this case, the students wanted to create the Street Trend group because they wanted to be able to coordinate the activities kind of behind the scenes, what was going on. They didn't necessarily want all that information made available to the public, yet they wanted the actual street trend images to be available to the public, so they made those groups open. So just as one example, one of the things the students created was YouTube videos to help students learn about how to actually do these types of street interviews. And so one of the things that they might have wanted to put up in the library here is the video they produced. I'm just going to show that real quick. So I'll click on the Create Link option here. I'm going to just paste in the YouTube URL for the YouTube video they created. And you can see here it's giving me the option of what kind of permissions do I want to set on this? In this case, it's defaulting to making this public to the world, but you know what? I'm not. I'm going to make it this particular piece of content just available to Marist College, and I'm going to update that. I'll add the link to the library. Now, you'll see here for the moment, there's just a generic icon here, but in a minute when we come back, the preview processor should have turned that into kind of an icon that represents the actual YouTube video. So here's the YouTube video. You can see it. This is embedded right here within the OAE environment. I'll play it quickly. You can see it playing here, but basically,
when you see a subject that you want to take a picture of for your trend,
through how to stop someone in the street and take their picture and so forth. So now I'm going to go back to the library here, and you'll notice that what was a minute ago or a second ago, just this icon is now actually a thumbnail video, a picture of the video. So really nice way of making sure that people know what each piece of content is, because it creates that nice preview picture. Okay, so I'm going to kind of wrap up here by illustrating this permeability feature of OAE that allows sharing of content not just within your institution or among individuals, but actually between institutions and between different tenants or instances of OAE. But before I do that, I just want to go back here to a couple of the other street trend groups and simply kind of highlight here how much interactions and kind of community building and exchange and collaboration took place very organically by just giving our students the tools and allowing them to make the content they're working on open and share it with each other. So this is the London group, street trend group. You can see many different images here. The students put out throughout the semester illustrating fashion trends. I'll pick one out here about hats. And again, for each one of these images, students came in from all parts of the world, commented on them, interacted with each other. Here's students saying that in Hong Kong, hats are really huge as well. So I just wanted to really kind of illustrate how significant the interactions and collaboration was. And again, I think it's a direct result of giving students and faculty members these types of powerful and open collaboration tools. Okay, so let's say I go into the Hong Kong street trend group, and I go into the library here to see what kind of trends were captured here in Hong Kong. And maybe I see one this particular jumpsuit here looks interesting to me. And so I pulled that up and I said, you know what? That looks like something that my friend and colleague Clay Fennelson at Georgia Tech would be really interested in wearing and looking at that fashion. So I'm going to share that with him. So I'm going to go up here to the share button, and I'm just going to start typing in Clay Fennelson's name, and look at that. It actually identifies Clay, but it's important to note that Clay isn't at Marist College. He's at Georgia Institute of Technology. So I can simply select him, and I'll just, to illustrate it, also show that I can share it with people at Marist as well. So I'm going to share it with one of my colleagues here, Rivana Lee. I'll click share, and now that file has been shared not just with my colleague here at Marist, but with Clay at Georgia Tech. Okay, I'm going to wrap up by going back to my home page, where, as you'll see here in the activity feed for myself, you can see that I shared this content with Clay and Rivana. Again, I think the activity feed really helps you keep up with all the different activity and collaboration that's taking place that relates to your areas of interest and so forth. So hopefully this gives everybody an idea of just some of the academic collaboration capabilities that OAE supports. I only had time to highlight a few of those capabilities, so I'd encourage people to come and look at the system more, and hopefully we'll have time to release more of these screencasts. I'll end by just mentioning that we will be launching this fashion academic online community, The Fold, in a few weeks here at Marist College. The Fold will include a MOOC, a massive open online course that the students also develop themselves to teach people how to do this kind of trend analysis. And then we'll be encouraging the larger global fashion community to come in and collaborate with each other around fashion trend, street trend analysis as part of that project. So hopefully that was useful, everybody. And again, please let me know via email if there's questions.